What is up, people? Tis I, Benice, not like the beach, and this video is about the creation of my spring 2020 collection. This video is very hard for me to film and important for me because I take pride in every collection that I create. I never have shown the part of me that's actually creating each collection. I always just kind of post pictures on social media, or I might take a little Instagram video, but I've never actually shown my process. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you guys don't find it super boring. I know it's gonna be all over the place. I don't really know how I'm gonna edit it quite yet because a lot goes on, but I guess I'll start off by explaining my inspiration to you guys. During August, I had like what I call the longest August of my life. I went through a lot. I was questioning where I was spiritually. Like, I just went through a lot of things, and I started to notice that I would see doves a lot. I know that sounds this is really corny, but this is just kind of who I am. I took seeing the doves everywhere that I went as a sign that everything around me was going to be fine and I was going down the path that I needed to go down. So I started to look up things about doves, like what were they? What kind of, I knew about the Bible version of the story of doves, but I didn't know how they were. So I learned lots of things. I don't know how deep you guys want to hear about it, but maybe I'll briefly tell you about it. In my last apartment, there was a family of doves. I look forward to watching the doves every morning when I took my son to school. It became a part of my day that I look forward to. I know this is corny. I just hate sharing this. I feel so cringy sharing this with you guys, but this is the truth. So when I ended up losing my apartment, I don't know if I posted that story time yet, but if not, then that story will be coming soon. When I ended up losing my apartment, one of the things I was sad about was not seeing the doves anymore. I don't know why. It just really bothered me. I just went through a lot. I didn't know what I was going to do. Didn't know where I was going to be. Didn't know where my place was in life. And it was just funny because when I ended up in the place that I am now, you can probably see a little bit of the window. There's literally doves flying all over all the time. It's crazy. There's just doves all around me. So it was meant for my collection to be inspired off of doves. I'm gonna show you guys the print that I created, am creating inspired by doves, and it's kind of hard for you to tell that it's inspired by doves, but I know how it's inspired off of doves. It's like the lines, the colors of all the different breeds that I came across. So yeah, that's my inspiration. A lot of, thank God, things are in my collection. I'll give you a closer look of that in a second, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you haven't tapped out now because this story was weird. I think it's been going for like 5 minutes. I'm looking at the time go by, so I hope I didn't bore you guys with my inspiration. I'm super corny, super naturey. That's just how I am. I've always been into animals, always been into flowers, butterflies. Only thing that I hate in the nature is bugs other than butterflies and ladybugs. So yeah, that's my inspiration, spirituality. So now I'm going to take you through the process of creating. I end up sketching 30 designs. I probably only honestly use 12 of them. It's just a process of elimination. You come up with your color palette. You think of what people will want to see. You think, what do I need more of? Like, do I need more print? Okay, so I have the pieces that I ended up possibly not using here, but I will take you through the collection. And it's a mood day. I do go to the fabric store a lot every collection just because it's way too much in your mind. If you go to the fabric store and buy everything in one haul, it's kind of almost impossible to remember everything that you need. And even if you take a list, it's just too hectic. It makes it not fun because you're in there for hours and it's just like feels like too much of a job. So I enjoy shopping for 1 or 2 looks at a time just so that I can like focus on those 2 looks and how they need to look and what they need, if they need buttons, zippers, lining, etc. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm here shopping for, I don't know what number it will be in the collection show, but I'm just gonna call it look 2 right now because that's the second look that I'm shopping for. So I guess I'll see you guys inside. journey ever trying to find the perfect button. I needed it to be dainty in the perfect shade of yellow for this dress that I was creating. I tried a button only store. I tried Mood multiple times. I went online. But finally, after maybe my third or fourth time at Mood, I found the perfect buttons.
Be like this, straight up and down. Look at that. Look how it's speaking.
Oh, it's gonna be so pretty.
You gotta sew it straight down like this, though. See, look at that.
Oh, that's the perfect.
This is nice. Yeah.
Oh, those are pretty.
These are very nice. That's cool. So when you sew them on, it really picks up the color beautifully.
So the next step in my process was creating my own print. I had to choose between a few different sketches, doodles, whatever you want to call them, of the Morning Dove, which I was inspired by. As you guys know, I insert maybe a picture or a clip of one that I saw roaming around, but I ended up going with this one. And now I will begin using the image that I drew on the computer to create my print. So after hours and hours of creating a print, or multiple prints, I sent out for a small piece of them to be delivered just so I can make sure the print came out correctly. So while I wait for 2 to 3 weeks for those to come, I continue fabric shopping, and then I get into pattern making because that takes time in itself. So might as well do that while we wait. Can I just say, I never realized how dope pattern making looked until I saw it in fast motion. Like, wow. Okay, you guys, I'm whispering because people are sleeping at my house, but I got my prints, so hopefully you like them because we're running out of time. Let me see. I'm nervous. Okay. I low-key like it. It's kind of how I imagined it. Let me ponder. Okay, wait, I kind of like it. How do you guys think the bird looks? Does it look weird? I think it looks kind of cool. Now for the next one. Ooh, I love this one. This one kind of came out perfect. Ooh. This one's kind of fire. I like this one. Yeah, baby. Okay. So at this point, I've bought most of my fabric. So now it's time to sew and sew and sew. So this process can take however long. Sometimes it can take months, sometimes it can take weeks. It just depends on how elaborate the pieces are that I'm making. I don't do it every season, but this season in between the sewing, I would do photo shoots just to break it up a bit, because I was trying to launch my collection online before my first fashion show for the collection, because most of the time my collection's not available online, which has always been a problem for me. So I'll be doing photo shoots in between as well. I'm making this picture right here. So after all of the photo shoots and editing my website and adding the new products, it was time to go ahead and do my first fashion show for this new collection, which is my favorite part. So shout out to Preview Models for always hitting me up and allowing me to show at their events. It was a great event, but I have some footage from the model casting and fitting as well. So enjoy that.
To about here. If we can get some more tape, that would be great. Just to mark it up here. They're going to stop about here and they're going to hold their car. I usually have them walk twice, but y'all pretty much already know who you want. So we're just going to have them just walk once to the front. But if you want them to walk again, definitely let me know and then I'll tell them.
designer of Lola the Bobby, Venice.
Well, that about wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This show was amazing. I had a blast. If you would like a closer look at the pieces, you can always check on lolabobby.com.